Hi and welcome back to my channel. Since I still have quite a few views on my older videos on installing mods for tabs, I thought it was time for an updated tutorial. In this first video, I will show you how to install mods using a tool, a mod manager. We no longer have to download and copy files manually, as the mod manager does all the heavy lifting for us. The mod manager can handle both the Steam and the Epic versions of tabs. In the second video, we will take a look at installing mods for older versions of tabs. You might have an old favorite that's not available for the current version. So, what are mods? Players who miss features in the game sometimes add these themselves by making a mod. Sometimes, the tab game developers get the hint and incorporate these features into the game itself. Making a mod is of course a quite complex process involving programming. At the end of the series, I plan to make videos on this part of modding too. But first, let's look at installing the mods that are available today. We need to download and install the mod manager. Let's Google tabs mods. Here, we found the Thunderstore, the site we were looking for. There are quite a few mods for tabs. You can click on them to see more information. We can see when it was last updated, what other mods are required for it to function, how it is used, and what units and features it contains. Not to forget the credits. And of course, screenshots. At the very bottom, we find the previous versions of the mod. But we don't need to download the mod manually. We just need to install the mod manager, R2 Modman. Let's start a manual download and go to the folder where we saved it. Let's right-click, extract all, and extract. Here we have the executable file. If we want to install this for all users on the computer, right-click and select Run as Administrator. If you are the only user or don't have administrative permissions, then just double-click the file. Windows warns us that it doesn't recognize the publisher of this file. To start it anyway, click More Info and Run Anyway. We will then need to approve the installation. Yes. If we started the file by double-clicking, we will only get the option Only for Me. If we run it as administrator, we can select anyone who uses this computer. And then just click Install. R2 Modman has been installed on your computer. Let's run it. There, we have started R2 Modman for the first time. The first thing to do is to select what game we want to use it with. As you can see, there are several. Let's search for tabs. We mark it as a favorite so we don't have to search next time. We select game and we choose our platform, Steam, Epic Games or Xbox Game Pass. When we select game, we have to make these selections every time. If we choose Set as Default, this will be saved. Let's start with Select Game. I will begin with Steam. Select Platform. Then we click Select Profile. If we had any mods installed, we would see them in the list here. But since none are installed, we'll check for them online. Now we can just select whatever we want to play. Let's select the mod that we looked at, Animal Kingdom. Let's download it with dependencies. Now we actually have 2 mods installed, since, as you may remember, Bpnix was required for this mod to function, and it was installed automatically. Before we start the game, let's double check the settings. We have the Steam directory and the tabs directory for Steam. If we click here, we can see that this is the correct path. I will put example paths for both Steam and Epic version in the description. Now, let's start the game. Modded! Let's see if we can find our mod. There it is. It seems to be working just fine, I think. There! If you want to install more mods, it's just to click and install. To switch platforms, you just restart R2Modman and we select game and we set the new one. Let's select Epic Games. If we had set a default, we will go straight to this screen and you just need to go back to change your game selection or platform selection. Now let's select Profile and we can see our choices for mods are still here. What we need to do to get the Epic Games version of tabs started is to click Settings and change the tabs directory since it is still pointing to Steam. I know that my directory is on C, Program Files, Epic Games, Tabs, and I click the executable. Now it is set to start the Epic Games version of tabs. We still have our mods installed, so let's start modded. Let's do a little test. Let's add the faction. Oh, that seemed to work just fine with Epic too. So what else do you need to know? When a new update of tabs comes out, installed mods might stop working. When updates to your installed mods are released, you will get a message when you start R2Modman. Did you know there's a Discord channel for tabs modding? Among other things, the channel has instructions on how to make your own mods. The invite link is in the description. So if it stops working, tell me in the comments. I will be back with the next video on installing old mods and in the future more on making mods. Have a nice day and see you in the next tutorial. And please like and subscribe.